Welcome back to GIMP Activity 3, Video 10. This is the last video, and the only real thing we're going to do here is save and export. Before we do that, I just want to have a look at my final product. My final product, you can clearly see, is a bit over the top. It's a bit too grainy, it's a bit too blurry, and the edges aren't fine, but I kind of did that on purpose. I wanted to do an exaggerated version of what I expected your image to be. So I expect that your image be a bit more dull, toned down, a bit more realistic. Just do your best, play with the settings, and that's all I really expect from you. Alright, so and our last thing what we're going to do is just save. So we already know how to save as our XCF. We've been doing that this entire time. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to export. So I'm just going to export as, and you should get this window right here. So I'm going to go down here and say file, selected file type. We've been using PNG so far. PNG is good for saving transparency. It's good for basically using on the internet, but the file sizes are a bit too big on these, so they can be bigger than what you want. The other thing we can use is GIF image. This one also saves transparency and has a bit of a file size issue. But if you really want it to be a small image, you can use JPEG. JPEG is a fairly small image, but the problem with JPEG is that it doesn't save the transparencies. Alright, so we're going to do both actually in this lesson. So I'm going to save it as JPEG first. So I click here, Activity 3, .jpeg, and I'm just going to export. When you export, you get this window. You get a quality anywhere between 90 to 95, 96% should be fine. Obviously, the more quality you reduce, the lower the file size, but that also means the worse the quality. Okay, so I'm just going to export that. And then I'm going to do it again, but this time, export as. I'm going to keep it as my PNG. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go all the way down. And I'm going to go to my PNG image. Alright, so we've been doing this before. So when you go to your PNG image, you can set your compression level. So right now it's set to 9. That's a bit too high. I can set it lower. 0 means no compression. I'll choose 2. So the file sizes are going to be bigger, but you'll save more of the image quality. Alright, so I'm just going to export that as well. So upload all 3 files to Google Classroom, and that's it for GIMP Activity 3.